Now let's take a look and learn how to measure for single panel hinge window. The product suitable to install on a single panel hinge window is magnet, double type, clip-on, center open type, rainbow fold, single open type, M50, hinge type, and also Mosquito hinge type. So before we learn how to measure this single panel hinge window, let us take a look on the products that are available to install. So this is magnet, double magnet type that we can install on this single panel or even double panel window. Okay, this is without the openable type, without the openable center part for the handles. This is clip-on that we can install on this single panel hinge window. We can also install it, okay, for double panel as well. So you can see the clip-on, we have this clip that clip onto it, and then this center open part to open up to reach the handle. This is the single open rainbow fold. Alright, as you can see, it sits inside this aluminum frame, and then once the window open, we can slide it to close it. This is Mosquito hinge. As you can see, this is when the netting is closed, and this is when the netting is open. So after seeing all those available types to install on the single panel hinge window, let us start to learn how to measure it. Let us start off with the magnet, double magnet type. First, as the window frame is aluminum type, we need to use double magnet, which means a layer of magnet first using double-sided tape to stick on this existing frame first. Alright, then only our magnetic mosquito net attached to the already put on place double-sided tape magnet. Okay, which means magnet here first layer, and then use our magnetic mosquito net to stick on top of it. Number 2, there will be two methods to install. One is without extra frame, which means less cost. Magnet will straight away attach onto the frame. The advantage is cheaper, but the disadvantage is when the window is closed, it's harder to close as the magnetic strip will block the way of the window handle. Okay, which means there's a strip of magnet here, so the window handle might knock the existing stick-on double-sided tape magnet, and the netting will extrude when the window panel is closed because of the handle. Another method is with extra extruding frame. So there will be another extra extruding frame, okay, which is taller than the handle. Advantage is the window handle can be closed normally. The disadvantage is that there's an extra cost for the extra frame. So with extra frame, okay, we need to measure the depth of the window handle, this window handle, okay. If the depth of the window handle is 1 inch, then we need to use aluminum hollow of 1.5 inch. But if it's without extra frame, okay, we will just need to measure the height and the width according to the aluminum frame, and also we only measure until the half of the frame as the top window is not openable. Okay, as you can see, the top is fixed and can't be opened. We only need to measure from here until here, alright, and the width is from the end of the aluminum frame to the other end. And after this, remember to mark it down. Alright, with this extra frame step, if you don't need extra frame, then just skip over this, okay, straight to this. But it's better to measure both, okay, measure the with extra frame and also without extra frame. So when the owner chooses one or the other, you have the measurement. To open a small window to access handle after installing net, take measurement C, D, and E, okay? Which means we'll open a small window here, okay? Just like this, okay? So that this can be taken off and to be much easier to reach the handle. Okay, to do that, we need to take the measurement of this C, which is from the edge of the frame to the handle. Okay, when it's open up, okay, it won't block the handle. And also, when it's closed down the handle, we need to take measurement D from the end of the frame until the bottom of the handle, and then E from the bottom of the frame until the top from the handle when it's in this sideways positions. Okay, so which means we'll take this measurement from end until the bottom of the handle, and then the bottom until the up of the handle, and then this is for end until the end of the handle when it's open sideways. Okay, which means this one. Okay, C, and then D here, and then E ups. Okay, when it doesn't have any grill, we just need to measure as accordingly. But when we have the grill, it's better to follow the line of the grill. You see, here we'll follow this line, and the top part will follow this line, and the sideways will follow this line. Okay, so that it looks nice when it's installed on the grill. So there you have it. Okay, and this is how we measure the magnet and double magnet type. Next, let's learn how to measure the clip-on center open type for this single panel hinge window. Number one, there will be two methods to install. One is without extra frame, less cost. Clip-on center open will straight away attach onto the frame, and the advantage is cheaper. But the disadvantage is when the window is closed, it's harder to close, as a clip-on center open frame will block the way of the handle. Okay, because it's put directly onto this part. So when the window is closed, this will block a bit of the clip-on center open frame. Okay, and the center part in the clip-on must be lifted up when the window is closed. Okay, when it's closed, this handle will pop in, and because clip-on will be at this surface as well, so it will block this handle. So you have to push up, okay, for this handle to come in. Another method is with extra extruding frame. Advantage is the window handle can be closed normally. The disadvantage is that there is an extra cost for the extra frame. Now, with extra frame, we need to measure the depth of the window handle. This one, okay, the depth. Example, window handle is 1 inch, then we need to use aluminum hollow of 1.5 inch. Okay, the reason is to skip away, okay, to extrude more than the handle so it won't block it. Okay, and then number 3, determine the position of the clip. Select the widest aluminum frame to put clip. Example, in the picture, the widest is the height. Okay, the widest one is the height. So we'll put the clip at the left, right, which means here, left and right. Alright, because we have chosen the longest one, so we put clip on both sides. Okay, we put 2 at left and 2 at right. Measure the width of the aluminum frame that we'll put our clip. This is to make sure the clip have enough space to screw onto the aluminum frame. Okay, we need to measure the width of the aluminum frame. Yes, the existing window aluminum frame. Measure here. Measure the height accordingly to the aluminum frame. We only measure until half of the frame, as the top window is not openable. Okay, the top is fixed, so we measure until here will do. To open a small window to access the handle after installing the net, take measurement of C and D. Okay, we need to take the measurement of C, which is the height below the handle, and D, which is the height above the handle. Okay, remember to mark it down. Okay, take the measurement of this width and also height, and also remember to mark it down. Now, without extra frame, number 1, explain to the owner that the mosquito net and the existing window handle will share the same space. Alright? Example, when the night is fully expanded, the window handle must be opened out. So the window handle won't block the netting. When the netting is contract, which means it pushes up, okay, then only the window panel can close and the netting won't block the window handle. Number 2, determine the position of the clip. Select the widest aluminum frame to put clip. Example, in the picture, the widest is the height, okay? You can see the widest, okay, this one compared to this one is not so wide, this one is wider, okay? So we'll take the widest, which is the height, so we'll put the clip at left and right, okay? So we select the widest, we put the clip on both of the widest, 2 at left, okay, 2 at right. Next, measure the width of the aluminum frame so that we will put our clip. This is to make sure the clip have enough space to screw on to the aluminum frame. Okay, which means measure this existing glass window aluminum frame, and then measure the inner frame of the window panel to make sure that aluminum frame is larger than 1 cm, as we need to overlap our netting at least 1 cm to left and 1 cm to right of the aluminum frame to make sure that there's no gap. Example, if the aluminum window width is 2.5 cm, okay, example, this aluminum panel, okay, this size is 2.5 cm, take the inner frame measurement and add 2 cm, okay, take the inner frame measurement and add 2 cm, 1 cm to the left overlapping and 1 cm to the right overlapping. Okay, to make sure there is no gap. Example, if the aluminum panel width is 2.5 cm, take the inner frame measurement and add 2 cm, 1 cm left, 1 cm right. If the aluminum panel width is 2 cm, then there is not much space left. So we might need to add angle to widen the existing aluminum frame. So which means if this is thinner than 2 cm, there's no space for the clip to clip on, to screw on top of it. So we need to enlarge this space by using hollow or angle frame. Then measure the height according to the aluminum frame. We only measure until the half of the frame, as top of window is not openable. To open a small window to access handle after installing net, take measurement C and D. Okay, measurement C is at the bottom of the aluminum window to the bottom of the handle, and D is bottom of the aluminum frame to above a bit of the handle. And then select netting with owner, either fiber, polyester, or stainless steel fine mesh. Number 8, select frame color that match the existing frame. Okay, if it's dark color, we'll advise owner on black or gray color, or if it's white, we'll choose white for them. Okay, remember to tell the owner that any color other than white will incur a powder coating fee. Alright, and also remember to mark down the measurement of C, measurement of D, and also the glass frame, aluminum frame width. Okay, take it down so that when you look back to the measurement, you know if it's suitable to screw. If not, need to add angle or hollow. Alright, as you can see here, this is without extruding frame, so we screw on top of it. So when the window handle comes in, this piece we need to move up. Okay, this clip-on centerpiece we need to move up to give way to the handle to come in. Alright, now let's move on to learn how to measure for rainbow fold single open. Number 1, measure the height and the width according to the aluminum frame. We only measure until half of the frame, as the top of the window is not openable. Okay, so take the width and the height and take note of that. Explain to the owner that mosquito net and existing window handle will share the same space. Example, when the netting is expanded, okay, the window handle panel must be opened out so the window handle won't block the net. This one won't block the net. Alright? As you can see here, this window handle is blocking the net. Okay? So when this netting is closed, the window must be opened out. Okay? And the uses of the net is also when the window is open, so it won't clash. Alright? And then take note of the existing window handle position. Like in the picture, the window handle is at the right hand side. The single open should side left to close, or vice versa. Okay, which means, as you can see on this done project, the window handle is at the left hand side, so when the netting is closed, it should be on the right hand side. Okay, if both of them also at left hand side, this part will block the handle. Remember that. Okay, so select the frame color that matches the existing frame. If any other color than white, okay, like gray, brown, black, it will incur and powder coating fee. Alright, so there you have it. That's how we measure the Rainbow 4 single open. Now let's take a look on how to measure M50 hinge or even Mosquito hinge. Both of them uses the same method. Number one, measure the height and the width according to the aluminum frame. We only measure until half of the frame as top of window is not openable. After we take the measurement, we write it down here. Next, the window handle pop up. It will block the netting, so we must add an extruding frame. Okay, you can see here, it will block our mosquito net. So we will measure the depth of the window handle. Example, window handle is 1 inch, then we need to use aluminum hollow of 1.5 inch. Alright, this is to be extrude more than the window handle, so they won't clash. Then take note of the existing window handle position. Like in the picture, the window handle is at the right hand side. Then we will put the netting handle at the same direction as well. We'll put here as well. Now select netting with owner, either fiber, polyester, or steel for the M50 type. Okay, after M50 can also put hard net as well. For the Mosquito, we can only put hard net. Select frame color that matches the existing frame and let the owner know that other than white, the other color will incur an extra powder coating fee. Let's take a look. So here's a Mosquito hinge. Okay, this is when it's closed and this is when it's open. And there you have it. That's how we measure for a single panel hinge window. And I'll see you on the next video.